Yo, what's going on, guys? Beast Killer here with another Black Ops 3 video. Today we're gonna be doing like a continuation of how to get better on Black Ops 3. So yeah, let's get started, guys. This is like how to stay alive longer and how to get more kills on Black Ops 3. So these are some tips that I'm giving y'all so y'all can improve your, how to play, this game or better. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so tip number one on how to stay alive longer and get more kills is pick your class. Okay, so you want to pick a class and a gun that you're comfortable using. Okay, so don't pick, like, let's say an SVG or something, the sniper. Don't do that if you're not comfortable with it. Snipers are, they take skill to use. I can barely use them sometimes. So yeah, okay, I'll give you an example, the KN-44. Okay, so this gun, okay, if it's not a burst weapon like the Shiva or the M8 or something, or that one submachine gun, shoot, I forget the name, or the Pharaoh, always use grip on it. Like, it's always gonna have recoil unless it's not burst. So yeah, put grip and silencer, because if you don't want to get killed as much, then you have to use silencer so you stay off the minimap. Okay, so secondary, there's nothing really good that I like to use. Occasionally the RK5, but that's mostly on my snipers. If y'all like to run like something like this, I'd probably recommend a combat knife, since you never appear on the minimap, and or one of these rocket launchers to take out all the UAVs and all of that, because taking out UAVs is pretty important. So yeah, okay, lethal, there's nothing really good except maybe the C4, because the C4, what it does, it's like a mini UAV which tells you where people are nearby. I'll tell you where people are nearby if they're like close, trigger like a little alarm thing. So yeah, okay, for tactical, there's nothing really good. Maybe a shot charge, because you can leave it on the floor and then trigger too, but I wouldn't really recommend that. What I would really recommend is Sixth Sense, Ghost, Fast Hands, Awareness, and I don't have it unlocked yet, but that sounds so yeah, Sixth Sense, what it does is it shows enemy position when they're like nearby. So if they're on the floor that you're in, it'll show like a V on the side that they're in, and if it's on the floor above or below you, then it's gonna be like a little red line. So yeah, watch out for that. Ghost, it only works if you're moving. You have to be moving constantly and not just like side to side. You have to be moving kind of far, because if you don't move, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna take you out of the radar. So yeah, this is what it basically does. If you're moving, it doesn't detect. You can't be detected when you're planning or defusing bombs, or controlling tour streaks, or while you're moving. So yeah, Fast Hands is basically where you swap weapons faster, which is not really needed unless you have a launcher, like I said. But it does help you aim faster after sprinting, which helps you win more gunfights, which is like the best thing ever. Enemy movements are easier to hear with awareness. What did I just say? But yeah, awareness helps you a lot. Like, you can sound holes the poop out of people if you had the settings that I showed on the last video that I made about this. I'll link that down in the description, of course, because it helps out so much. But yeah, and also that sounds, no one can ever hear you. This is, unless you're boosting or thrusting with your thing. This is amazing, guys. I really recommend it. So yeah, that's really it for classes. So now let's move on to score streak, okay, guys? So let's get on to the score streaks. Okay, so the two most important ones that you should always choose if you're trying to get more kills and die less is, this is basically what I run like non-stop. Like, excuse me, I never stop running this. Okay, so first up is UAV. Okay, this shows people where they are on the mini-map, the little red dots. It's not always like consistent, like it doesn't show you like every single second when you look at your mini-map, but it's sweeping and stuff. And the counter UAV, it jams the other team's radar, so it's like blurry and you can't see where your team is, so it's always amazing. And if you can actually get this, it's 1200 points, which is a lot, and really you know, put on the heater. This is basically the orbital VSAT, and it helps you, like, it shows you where everybody is, like a UAV, but it shows you where they're looking at every single second and where they are every single second until it runs out, obviously. But if you can't get there and you're like a beginner, then go for care package, guys, because care package, you know, it can drop anywhere from a Rolling Thunder all the way down, like Rolling Thunder, Cerberus, Hardened Sentry, etc. And it cannot do the Talon Wraith and up. It can't do those, but if it's Rolling Thunder and under, then definitely, like, it's really good. So yeah, basically, that's really it for score streak. So now let's go into private match and show you some real life scenarios where you would play, and you know, you'll see right now. Okay, guys, so this is tip number 3, I believe. Tip number 3 is basically looking at your minimap every 3 to 4 seconds. Okay, so I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, like, I look at my minimap and aim down, you know, if I feel like there's somebody there. Like, if I'm coming through here, I aim down my sights to just check if there's anybody, because, you know, there might be this one person just, like, camping right here or something, you know. You might not expect that, and then that's the most annoying way to die. But yeah, always, like, look at your minimap every 3 to 4 seconds, and also, like, you know, aim down your sights to see and check if there's anybody camping or something like that. Okay, so tip number 4, this one it's pretty important too. For you beginners out there, you know, lower your sensitivity down. I'll be linking the last video that I made about this, you know, like, just settings wise. 7 to 7 sensitivity is amazing, and with that 7 to 7 sensitivity, you just have to get used to it. Whenever you got that down, always aim at the chest. Like aim at the chest. Don't go for the head, because if you go for the head, then you're just gonna miss, because, you know, the head is obviously like one of the smallest parts of the body. So yeah, really, the chest is like the second part that you can do most damage on. So always go for the chest, you know, guys. So that's pretty important too. Okay, next tip is only use your thrusters when it's necessary. Like, let's say there's a guy right there, okay, and I'm coming right here, and I'm like, oh god, and then I just jump over them, right, and then shoot them back. Okay, that's where you should really use your thrusters. Let's say I'm coming right here, like that. Like, are you really gonna do that? It's not really necessary at all, because you're just gonna get, you know, you're just gonna appear on the minimap, and people are gonna be like, oh god, there's a guy over there, so they come and kill you. So only use your thrusters when it's, like, useful. Like right now, see, I just used it because I had to get, you know, to the other part of the map or something like that. Okay, next tip, I lost count already, but yeah, this is really probably like one of the most important ones. Like, all of them are pretty important, but this is like overall important. You know, this is like the main one. This is probably the best one. Okay, so this is a pretty good map too, because you'll see why. Okay, so let's say I'm right here. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 places where I can just get shot from. Okay, and you don't want that. So this tip is basically saying go around the map. Like, don't go through the middle, because that's where the most action happens, and you're just gonna end up playing there. So let's say I want to get to the other side of the map, just go through here. You know, most of y'all might have not known this, but just go through here and watch out for some enemies, because, you know, there are usually people camping right here just waiting for it. But if you come through here, they're just not gonna expect it or something, and then you just blah 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 blah, you kill them right there. So that's really, really important. Okay, next tip, I forgot to mention, if you want to be more sneaky than anything, use 2 main specialists. So specialist 1, if you want to survive longer, is kinetic armor. Kinetic armor is amazing. I use that a lot. Like, I honestly use that. It's probably like the one that I use the most for right now. It gives you can probably survive like 2 or 3 more shots when you're using that. So that's honestly like an amazing specialist. Okay, the next specialist is probably this one that I'm using right now. It doesn't last long, but this is the one that I used to use a lot, and I feel like going back to it because it's just so amazing. Like, let's say there's a guy looking at me or something, I just go invisible, go through here, pop, 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 just kill him right there. He will not expect that. Since you're invisible, you're really hard to find. So that's gonna help you so much while, you know, you're like going around and stuff like that, you know. So those 3 specialists are like the ones that are like really helpful, like the most helpful, really. So, and that's really been it, guys, for the tips. If I find out more tips and I, you know, get more tips and all that, I'll be sure to make another video about that as soon as I get to them. I'll be sure to post more videos like this, because these videos will probably help y'all out a lot, and you know, y'all probably want to become better Call of Duty players, because if you suck, it's just not as fun if you're really good, honestly. But yeah, that's really been it, guys. Like if you enjoyed the video and you want to see, like also if you want to see more of these kinds of videos. Let me know down in the comments if you would also, because guys, just comment down below of anything if y'all would like to see zombies and all of that or whatnot, because I like reading comments. It's one of the fun things about YouTube, you know, people doing comments. So yeah, always comment down below, guys. Also be sure to check out my channel to see other videos if you haven't seen yet. Hope you are having an awesome day, guys, and peace.